Hello kids, this is Mr. Mario speaking, and today we will learn how to create a marble run using Tinkercad SimLab. Now, probably you remember that a marble run is an experiment where you stick several gutters or pieces of cardboard of tubes, and you keep a ball rolling and rolling and rolling as much as possible. Here you can see this is an example of a marble run. Good. As you can see, all this material, all the gutters, all the cardboard is stuck to a wall using tape. So now we'll create a similar one using SimLab. First, we go to Tinkercad. Remember, www.tinkercad.com. Enter to your Tinkercad classroom. You can enter using your personal account, or you can enter using the temporary account with nickname that was created by your teacher. Okay, let's create 3D design. First thing I will do in settings, I'm coming here to settings. I will increase the size is 220 per 220. For this experiment, let's do it 400. I am, of course, the unblock. Now, we'll do it. Okay, wait. Perfect. I was having problems with the keyboard. Sorry for the delay. 400 per 400. Height versus length. Close settings. And now our area is bigger. Okay. Next thing I will do, I will bring a box. Normal box from basic shapes. If you want, you can bring the ruler. No need to use exactly the same dimensions that I am using, but a ruler is always a good help. Okay, this cardboard, this box will be our wall, where we will be sticking the gutters, where we will be sticking the paths for our marble. So using the handles, remember that the handles are these ones. Yes? Let's change the dimensions. Don't forget, you can change the point of view using the right click of the mouse in a Windows, or with moving with 2 fingers, pressing with 2 fingers on the touchpad in a Mac. Okay. So you can change point of view using the view cube. This is the view cube. So you can see from different points of view. Okay. Now I will change the color. Let's make it like cardboard color. Super. Okay. Now I will create one simple gutter, and then it will be up to you to create the others. For doing that, I am bringing the box here, another box. As you can see, I am using basically the box. Maybe you can find more elements in the Tinkercad library. But for the moment, I am doing a box, long, flat. Remember, I am using the handles to make it bigger. Okay. Now, I need to create some rails for this box so the ball doesn't fall. If you want, you can create one, you can create two, it's up to you. So, I will, option number one, this is, let's say 200. Okay. Remember that you can change the dimensions directly clicking over here over the numbers. I will bring another box here. Good. Let's make it also 200. Enter. And because this is just a wall, I am making it thin. Like how many millimeters? Let's see. 3 millimeters. That will do the trick. Okay. After, okay, let me align a bit. I am using the align command. Okay, good. So, after having this wall, I am duplicating. You can use the duplicate and repeat. Control D if you are in a Windows, Command D if you are in a Mac. Here, again, to duplicate, Command D in a Mac. If you are in a Windows, Control D. Okay. So, I click this wall, I duplicate, and using the arrow keys. These ones are the arrow keys. Arrow keys allow you to move shapes in a more accurate way. So I move with the arrow keys. Good. I think this will do the trick. Okay. When you are happy with the result, you can select all, only select the rails, and group. And let's change the color for, let's change the color to a green. Okay. Good. Now, I am not sticking this gutter to our cardboard, not yet. This will be just the, let's say that the sample, and I will be duplicating different rails to place them here. So, I will use a tool that will help us to make our life easier. That is the workplane tool. This one, workplane tool. How it works? If I bring an object here, it will consider that the ground is the workplane. Yes, I am bringing here objects. If I have elevate objects, yes, here this one is in the air. Okay, when I click D, only D, only D, it will consider that this is the ground D, and it will go down. Did you see? Now, if I want to stick shapes to this board, I can bring the workplane tool here one more time. I can bring the work plane tool here, and now the program will consider that this is the ground where you must stick the objects. So if I click again D, this will happen. D, D, D. And you can move it freely here. So it will be great to make our lives easier when we are designing the marble run. Okay, these three shapes were just for the demonstration. Okay, good. So let's duplicate this shape with Command D in a Mac, Control D in a Windows, or here with the duplicate tool. Okay, duplicate and repeat. So Control D and D. Sorry. Little mistake. Here. Control D and now D. As you can see, we have a duplicate that goes directly to here to the temporary workplane. Now I will move it here up. As you can see, it's stuck to the wall. Okay. Now I will change point of view. Right now I am working with perspective, but I need to see if they are completely aligned. So I will change to orthographic view, to flat view. So flat view. Okay, much better. So remember that when we are doing a marble run, there are two things that affect the speed of the ball. Number one, the friction. Different materials will create different friction. Remember that friction is like the resistance that happens when you have two objects or two surfaces in contact. Number two, the angle. Yes. So the greater the angle, the faster the ball will run through the marble run. So in this case, I will click the object and I will choose this arrow, the curved arrow, and I will modify the angle. Good. As you can see, now we have this marble run. Okay. Now, let's duplicate again. Control D or Command D and then D. And then let's bring this one up. Let's make it a bit longer. Let's rotate a bit here. Let's change the angle. Good. Okay. Now, last but not least, let's change the work plane to this part, to the starting point of our marble run here. And I will bring a sphere. Yes, this sphere. It will be our ball. So I bring it here. If it's too big, let's make it small. Remember, if you want to make small something in a proportional way, if you want to scale the object, you have to change it with the handles while clicking Shift. So let's return. I have the handles. I click Shift. I keep press Shift. And now I move. Shift is still here. I think it will do. Let's move it a bit more. Careful. Ooh, Okay. Let's move it with the arrow keys. Perfect. Okay. Let's return the work plane to the original place. Okay. Let's test. We are going now to the SimLab environment. I click SimLab. Okay. Let's see if it works. Just in case, I will change the color to transparent so it's easier for us to see the marble run in action. Okay, start. It fell down. What happened? Reset. We forgot to make these objects static and dynamic. Remember, static is an object that stays on the place, stays on the side, okay, or stays on the position without moving, and dynamic is an object that is moving. Is the ball dynamic or static? It must be dynamic. The gutters, the rails, must be dynamic? No, static. Here appears like dynamic, so static. Also, this one is dynamic. We need to change it to static. And the cardboard, static. Let's see what happens. So here we found our first mistake. Second mistake. The ball was going with so much speed that instead of changing direction, it used this as a ramp and jumped. How can we reduce the speed, or how can we solve this problem? Option number one, I can change material. So let's say what happens if we change it to rubber. No. Let's change to polystyrene. Let's see. Less, but still. Okay. In this case, to avoid problems, we can return to the design environment. Okay. So, changing material didn't work, but something we can do is changing the angle. Okay. So it's not completely horizontal. It has a little angle, little inclination, so it must go slower. Good. And second improvement. Here we need to stop the ball. So let me bring work plane here. So something we can do is bringing the work plane tool here, work plane here. Do you see? At the end. And let's place a stop for the ball. Another cube will do the trick. Okay. So let's place it here. Even you can make it longer. Good. Perfect. Let's put them together. Group. Okay. So let's test. Let's return this work plane to the ground. Let's see how it goes. SimLab. Okay. This object will make it static. Let's test. Slow, slow, slow. Perfect. Even if we change the material, let's change it to, let's suppose, plastic. Even as you can see, reducing the angle, you could slow down the ball without need of this element, of this stop. But it's good to have it. Okay. Let's return to the design environment. Okay. This is test and improve, test and improve, test and improve. Very good. Something we can do to make our life easier. We can select this gutter, this gutter. We can duplicate here, duplicate and repeat. Good. And then we bring them here. Okay. Let's change colors. Let's say that this is yellow. Let's say that this is red. Let's say that this is purple. Okay. No, blue. Good. And this ball, let's say that is gray. Let's go to the SimLab environment. Static, static. Let's try. Working. As you can see, we need to add another stop there. So here, same formula. We bring here the work plane, auxiliary work plane. We bring here the box. Oops, wrong. Okay, this one. Okay, be careful that okay, this didn't work. Let's try another box. Sometimes it's easier to delete and start again. It's only one shape than fixing what is not working. Okay, good. Much better. Okay. Let's group it. These two. You don't need to group all the elements. No, you only need to group like the rails, each one, if you want to add a stop. Otherwise, it's better if you deal with each rail as a separate shape. Okay. Let's check. It changed to dynamic. Let's make it static. Let's try. Wait, I forgot. I want to make my sphere still to make it heavier. Okay. Working, 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 working. Perfect. Even we can move this a bit up. I can extend this down. I can duplicate these two, Control D or Command D. Good. Okay. And to end, okay, let's move all of this. I recommend you are changing angle, change to orthographic. Okay, good. And at the end, we can finish bringing from the library. Here, library is basic shapes. We change it to everyday objects. We choose the yogurt here, yogurt cup. I am bringing here the yogurt cup. Probably it's too big. So we shift. I can reduce a bit. Okay. So let's see how it goes. Reset. Okay, perfect. Now I finish rendering the cup. Okay. You can change the materials. This is plastic. Let's change this to concrete. Let's change this one to, let's say, ice. Let's change this one to polystyrene. Let's change this one to bouncing rubber. And let's change this one to hardwood. Let's see what happens. Now you will see that every material will have faster, good. Now it's slower, yes, normal, and okay, close enough. One more time. Okay, this cup, let's change the material of this cup. Let's make it hardwood. Or you can try to do the challenge of slowing down the ball so much that it doesn't kick the cup out. Okay, good. Huh. Okay, that one was good. So kids, now it depends on you. Experiment with this marble run, add more parts, try to keep it rolling as much as possible. You can, even in the future, when you know more about the motors of SimLab, when you learn more about how to create different contraptions, I hope you can improve this exercise. Thank you very much. See you in the next time.